Right, hi guys, my apologies. I did start and I showed all this at the beginning, but I've lost it. I've dropped my camera, and so I'm going to have to start all over again. I'm doing my favourite dish today. It's called Molehiya. As far as I know, it's quite a well-known dish in Cyprus and in Libya, but to my surprise, a lot of people have been introduced to this and they love it. A bit like mint leaves, but they're larger, so they grow quite tall, and then what they do is they cut them and then pick each of these leaves. You can have it freshly cooked like that way, or they dry them up by putting clean sheets on the beds and laying them onto the beds and getting them dried up. And then we store them in a cloth bags, and whenever we need them, we just take them out, we put them in a bowl with warm water, and then once they get pressed in there, they get softened up. What we'll do is we'll be washing this. So what you do is you just soak them up, then get them out, squeeze it, take them out, clean, put clean water and wash it again. I'm going to be doing that 3 times, and then eventually I will then squeeze them all out like so, and then I will be putting that into my saucepan. I've got cubed lamb with a bit of fat around them because it's quite nice with fatty bits. So I've got that fried in the saucepan with some olive oil. The other ingredients I'm going to need is garlic. I was just about to start chopping up my garlic. We're going to need some garlic to chop up. Some people use onion as well, so you can actually put an onion into it as well. I'm going to leave the onion out. I'm just going to use garlic. We're going to need plenty of lemon juice and salt, chili flakes, and I've also got some whole chili flakes that I'm going to add into mine. We're going to need tomato puree and also tinned tomatoes, or even fresh tomatoes, just peeling the skin and chopping it up. Here we are, my cubed lamb pieces. You can make this with chicken as well, or you can leave it out and do vegetarian, but as you can see, I've got like fatty bits, which is quite, it tastes quite nice in this meal. So they're getting fried in olive oil. I've just turned it down while I was doing telling you all about it again. In UK, some stores of ASDA stores are doing Molehiya in packets in the frozen department, so you might be able to pick them up from there, or you get them in the international stores. I've chopped up 6 cloves of garlic here, just finely chopped 6 cloves of garlic, so we're just going to quickly put that into, or chilies should I say. What you do is just leave it as whole and throw them in, and then as you're eating it, that comes to you, and you can just take it out if you don't like chilies. So I've got some chilies here that I'm just going to put in, a couple of chilies like so. A little bit of chili flakes at this stage as well. Diffuses the flavour more when they're fried this way. So before we burn all the garlic, we just want to just toss it in there. We're now going to add in 1 tablespoon of tomato puree. So we've got 1 heaped spoon of tomato puree to go in there, and we want that to be fried in that oil as well. Tomato puree is all fried with that oil as well. We then put in tinned tomatoes, plenty of it. Okay, so we're just going to put I'll put like a normal can size, I would say 1.5 to 2 cans of tinned tomatoes. Then we're going to add some water on top. Right, so that's all coming, and I've just filled up my jar so I can use that tomatoes inside as well. So what we're going to do now is put water on top of it. So once it begins to boil, I have washed my molehiyas, squeezed them out, and then all I'm doing now is just putting them inside. So you just put them inside. I have made a video on this, but in Turkish, but I've had so many requests by English friends. Like I said, a lot of people just love this. So I'm remaking a video, this time in English. So all you do is you feed all this into your saucepan. I make this if I've got some friends coming over. I always make something else in case they don't like this, but without fail, each time I've made this, everybody just loved this, and it is my favourite. So I'm just going to feed all this in there. It will need more water as it cooks, and it will take a lot of salt and lemon. That's what gives it its flavour. Just topped it up with more water, and then I'm just going to just let it cook away, simmer it away. Just keep an eye on it. When the water goes down, you just add more water. After about an hour, we will come back to flavour it with our salt and freshly squeezed lemon juice. So I'm just going to put the lid on a low, simmer it away for an hour. Some people tend to cook it in a pressure cooker. If you are going to cook it in a pressure cooker, it'll be cooked within like half an hour. So after you've cooked it for half an hour, open it up, put your salt and lemon juice in it, and then just cook it a bit further, taste it, and then it's done. But this is the best way to be simmered away on a low heat. It goes on cooking for ages, but it's lovely. Okay, it's been cooking away now for about an hour and a half. At this stage now, we need to flavour it. It's quite a bitter taste to it until you put the salt and plenty of lemon, and that's what gives it a taste. So you might think this is a lot. I'm going to put 2 heaped teaspoons of salt. But we're probably going to end up having to put more lemon juice. I can't remember if I've done 5 or 6 lemons here, but just need to put generous amount of lemon juice. I have been adding water as it's been taking it out. And what we're going to need to do is let this boil away for another half hour, and we'll taste it. And then we'll probably end up having to put more lemon juice and more salt into it, but we'll let it cook, always taste it like half hour later, because it does take a while before it takes it all in. But yep, so I'm just going to leave it for another half hour like this, and then we'll taste it. Okay, after cooking it for over half an hour, once we've done the flavouring, I've just taken some out and I've tasted it. It's cooked, but it definitely needs a lot of salt and lemon juice. So I'm just going to put another heaped teaspoon of salt, and I'm just going to go ahead and pour the rest of my lemon juice, which was 6 I've done. So yes, you would just taste it and add the salt and lemon juice accordingly. So I'm just going to let that take all in for another half hour or so, test it, but it should be alright then. So we're nearly there. Obviously I've got a big pot here. I'll be giving some to my next door neighbour and also to my friends that love this, so I'm going to give a plate each for them as well. You could also freeze this. Once you cook it, you can just put it into containers once they're cold and put them away in the freezer and just take it out whenever you want it. Over half hour again, and I have tasted it again, and it does need salt and lemon. I've just squeezed another lemon juice, so I'm going to pour that in and put a little bit more of salt. So another teaspoon of salt, and I think that should be alright now. Don't be alarmed with the salt and lemon. This sort of dish, it really does need it. So I'm just going to leave it for another half hour for it to all take in. And Molehiya, well known in Cyprus and Libya. A lot of people have tasted it, and everyone that has have actually loved it. This is how I like to eat it. you just dip your bread and you eat it. Don't need a fork really, you just go like this. This is how, and it's lovely when it's cold. So we just love eating it like this. So absolutely delicious. I would say that because that's my favourite meal. But seriously guys, you should try it if you can. Everyone that I've given it to, they've loved it. I've got a friend who doesn't eat lamb, so she makes it with sucuk, like the pastırma, like the Turkish sausage. She makes it with that. It's just delicious. I love it. But it is a traditional dish. If you ask Turkish Cypriot what's their favourite dinner, 9 out of 10 will tell you it's molehiya. Normally we would cook this on a Sunday, and we would do potatoes and meat in the oven, fırın kebabı next to it, or you can have it with rice. I love it. So I'm going to continue enjoying my molehiya. Thank you for watching. Take care. Until next time. Bye for now. Bye.